We, as Platt House, want to begin with a voicing of gratitude to the past and present generations of Indigenous people for the opportunity to live our lives in this space. Although we're gathering on the internet, many of us are living and learning on Lenapehoking. We currently call this space Philadelphia, but this land was stolen from the Lenni Lenape tribe, the original stewards of this land. Land acknowledgments are an important way to amplify conversations about past and ongoing injustices against Indigenous peoples, and conversations about their rightful future in these spaces. Wherever you are, on this continent or other colonized lands, we encourage you to research and pay attention to whose homelands you are sitting on. If you don't know the name and story of the people whose lands you occupy, you can find that information and many other great resources at native-land.ca.
Now I'm going to turn things over to Laurie.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations to our seniors. It's so nice to see all of you on Zoom. And when I'm watching that video, it made me very sentimental. And to see everyone's smiling faces, doing what they love. And it also makes me appreciate all your talents even more. This past year has been challenging, but you guys have proved Shakespeare right in that all the world is a stage. And you took that stage and you made it brighter, better, more interesting, I have to say, and joyful. So we appreciate you so much in the Platt House community, all your friends and family that are here today and across the university. You really have made a mark on this institution, and we really want to celebrate you today, and we're so glad that you joined us. So we're going to take off with these awards. Again, we're so proud of you, very proud. So we're going to start with the Stephen Goff Award. The Stephen Goff Award for the Student Performing Arts is awarded to the student, now I can't read my own notes, sorry, to the student who has proven and committed and who best exemplifies the spirit of Penn's performing arts community. And our winner this year, it fits that perfectly to a T, Hannah Paquet. And there's lots of people that are going to talk about her. So we're going to start there and we're going to turn it over to, is it Ayaka first or is it Amanda and Michelle?
It's Ayaka.
Ayaka, we're going to turn over to you, Ayaka. Please start.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ayaka, and as a fellow member on PAC Exec, Penn Singers, and as a close friend of Hannah's, I'm very humbled to say a few words about my very, very special friend, Hannah. Hannah Paquet is hands down the most dedicated member of PAC, and I can't think of anyone who has given their absolute all to make PAC a comfortable space for all. I've seen her juggle multiple tech weeks, lead her group FTC as chair during an incredibly difficult year, keep my group Penn Singers on track both in in-person productions and virtual, and most significantly, put everything aside to help groups find storage back in March when COVID-19 hit. As her friend, I witnessed her sitting in Solomon all day for days while still trying to figure out how she can get home to Missouri. I've seen her drive a U-Haul back and forth around campus just so she can help her fellow PAC groups safely keep their belongings on campus. Her leadership in the arts throughout her 4 years, especially during this pandemic, demonstrates her dedication to the arts, but her big heart and kindness to all. In addition to her being an exceptional leader on campus, Hannah has been an extraordinary friend to myself and many, many others. Whenever I was going through a tough time, she was always there to support me and tell me everything was going to be okay. And I'm sure many others share similar anecdotes. I will definitely miss our late night gaming sessions and conversations and miss not being able to knock on her door whenever I want, but I know she's on to big, big things. I know she will light up the world wherever she goes, just as she has done as our shining star in PAC. So congratulations, Hannah, and I can't wait to sit in the front row of the first movie you produce. Congrats, Hannah.
Thank you so much, Ayaka, for sharing those words, those lovely words. And now we're going to invite Frank Pellicone to share some words.
Well, it's very hard to add anything to that, but thank you, and I'm honored to be invited just to say a few words, just to thank Hannah for all that she's done. There has never been anyone more dedicated to all the theater groups, but of course, I'm here mostly for her work for Front Row. She has given Harrison a sense of purpose, especially this year. As the head of Front Row, she's made sure Front Row continued to do really interesting, amazing work and restored Front Row's initial commitment to be socially relevant, where she's raised people's awareness of all kinds of things, issues, raised money, and created virtual theater in a space, well, something I don't think she planned on doing. But Hannah is always the person who can celebrate other people's victories, but she's the first one there to deal with blown fuses and space reservations that haven't gone through, or publicity that's not been sent out, whatever. She's the first one there. She's the person you always want on your team. And she's just been a joy since she first arrived to Penn. And I just look forward to what she does from now on. And so thank you.
Thank you, Frank. And now we're going to invite Amanda Labonte to share some words as well.
So you get double from me because you get Michelle's words and mine. So Michelle says, I am so pleased to hear you won the Stephen Goff Award. I've known some hardworking people in my years at the PAC Shop, but your commitment to Penn's performing arts community is pretty darn amazing. Time after time, group after group, student after student, you said, I can help with that. And you did help with that each and every time. Repeatedly, I heard students discuss what needed to be done for events, then sigh with relief and say, Hannah's got that. You shouldered so much responsibility and you should be proud of what you have accomplished. I cannot think of a more deserving student to receive this award, and I sincerely wish you the best in all of your future endeavors. And that's from Michelle. For me, Hannah, I'm so thrilled that you have received the Stephen Goff Award. Though I'm new to PAC, your impact and presence in the community was evident to me from day one. As I was navigating a new community, you never hesitated to ask, what do you need? Or anything you need, I'm happy to help. When everything shut down, your immediate reaction to your community was, what do you need? How can I help? You selflessly put an entire community before you and arranged storage for 50 plus members of the community. As tech chair, you sought out ways to make everyone's tech needs met, even if you did it yourself. I watched you explain with great patience tech to others who are unsure and boosted their confidence in the process. You are everyone's hype person, and you almost never gave that same hype to yourself. So please give yourself some accolades and just this once, relish in all you accomplished and your lasting impact on the PAC community.
Thank you so much, Amanda, and for your words, your own words, and sharing Michelle's as well. And now I'm going to turn things over to Laurie.
Hi, this is a picture of the award that you'll be receiving. And it's hand carved, specifically designed to represent the theater masks. You may get yours in person because you're still around. So we might not have to mail it, I hope. But this will be what you receive when we see you. And now I would like to introduce Josh Slacko from the Mask and Wig Club. This award was originated by the Mask and Wig Club generously so that there would be a senior award for a student in performing arts associated with commencement. It's 4 years old. This is the fourth recipient. And we're just very happy and grateful to Mask and Wig for initiating this. And now Josh Slacko, giving it over to you.
Thanks, Laurie. Good afternoon, everyone. Excuse me. And thanks for joining us to help celebrate the presentation of the Goff Award to Hannah and all the other folks who are going to be honored today. A little bit about the award. As Laurie mentioned, Steve Goff arrived at Penn as a freshman in the fall of 1957. And for the better part of the next 40 years, he was at the center of performing arts at the university, both as a student and as an administrator. He was basically present at the creation of Penn's student performing arts community as we know it today, and he supported that community for all his years here through his retirement as director of the Annenberg Center for Performing Arts in 1998 and even beyond. And in his spare time, when he wasn't doing that, he also served as Mask and Wigs alumni producer for 13 years and the club's president twice. Steve has long exemplified what's great about performing arts at Penn. And so when some of us realized a few years ago that there was no senior honor award for achievement in performing arts, we decided to endow one and name it for him. It's just as Steve exemplified Penn performing arts for so many years, we asked that the award be presented each year to the senior who best exemplifies the spirit of Penn's student performing arts community. And this year's recipient, Hannah, fits that description perfectly. You've all heard plenty about her from her friends and peers and mentors already. So there's not a whole lot I can add other than that, she served as the first tech chair on Penn's Performing Arts Council, which by the way is an innovation as an old tech guy that I feel should have come long ago. I'm glad to see that it happened now. She trained and mentored and worked with the rest of the Penn Performing Arts tech community. She was a board member for not one, but two Penn Performing Arts groups, Front Row and Penn Singers. Was also a member of Bloomers and worked with many, many other groups. In fact, there was an extraordinary statistic that Laurie mentioned to me, which is that according to her calculation, and it's a rough calculation, at one time or another, Hannah worked on more than 45 student productions in the last 4 years. I think when I was an undergraduate, I worked on about a dozen, and I thought that was an awful lot. And so to work on more than 45 productions is an extraordinary show of the breadth of somebody's commitment to Penn's performing arts community. I think the most important thing of all about Hannah that I've seen and read is what a mentor she has been, just as Steve Goff was and has been. She supported the younger leaders in the performing arts community, helping them grow into their own roles. That's not something most people think about when they're 20 and 21 and 22 years old. They think about enjoying their college experience. But really, it's the folks who are mentors, who go out of their way to pass on what they've learned. Those are the ones who carry this community forward, allow it to grow and change the lives of the participants for the better. So one of my mentors in Penn Performing Arts, I think some of you remember him, Peter Whinnery. He once told me that when people come to a show, they actually see very little. They only see the end product. It's what they don't see. All the hours of commitment and dedication and teaching and learning, most of it by folks who never appear on stage, that makes what they do see possible. Hannah has spent the last 4 years making what they do see possible, just as Steve once did. And that's why I am honored and privileged to present the 2021 Stephen Goff Award for Performing Arts to Hannah Paquet. Thanks, Hannah.
So thank you so much, Josh. And now we're going to invite Hannah to say some words herself. Hannah, you're up.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, everyone. Megan, I wish you would have told me I was speaking last, because now I'm crying, so that's going to be recorded forever. But I really am just so honored because I just love this community so much. Everyone on this call really has shaped me into the person I am today, and everything that's been said about me can equally be said about every single person here. And I truly believe that at the bottom of my heart. And I think this community is something special, and that's why I always wanted to come back and do something with every single one of you, and just learning how beautiful art can be and all the kinds of great stories that can be told, the advocacy work. Honestly, just some of the fun times that can be had are just amazing and blow my mind. And that's why I love this so much. And I really have to say a thank you to like every speaker, Ayaka, Adam, Henry, all of PAC execs, literally FTC board. I gotta like thank everyone in the chat. I got 67 people to hit, especially Frank being there for the madness that is Front Row Sports shows this season and making sure I don't go insane. And then obviously, of course, Platt House, Megan, James, Amanda, Michelle, especially Lori and Sarah. Like, I call Lori Mama McCall for a reason. She definitely makes sure I don't go insane. And at the end of the day, I look for my own safety and health when going on my crazy arts adventures that I sometimes forget I'm a student for. And also thank you to Josh and Stephen Goff. Like, this means so much, and especially just having an award for people in the arts is so amazing. So I'm glad I'm one peg into the great history that it's going to be.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, everyone, for everything. Hannah, I hope that you took everything everyone said about you and you learned to say it for yourself, because you're so humble and you're so selfless that sometimes I think you need to shout out about yourself a little more. We'll always be here to do it for you. But I want you to go forth with the confidence, knowing all these people think you're just amazing, and you should take that to heart.
If anyone wants to unmute themselves and offer some applause or congratulations for Hannah, please feel free to do that now.
Go Hannah!
Hannah!
Yay, Hannah!
We love you.
Thanks, everyone. So we're going to move into the next part of our program, during which we're going to present a few more awards. The next kind of series of awards are related to summer performing arts internships. So we have to present the George Jane Wallace Summer Performing Arts Internship Award, which is a monetary award that helps support a summer internship related to the performing arts or an entertainment industry. And so this year, the winner of that award is Christopher Kwok, who's of the college class of 2022, too many twos, sorry about that. And so this award was founded, George and Jane Wallace actually met at Penn Players when they were in college together, and it was founded in Jane's honor to support students being able to pursue their passions in a summer internship capacity. So this award is kind of in honor and memoriam of both of them. So I'm gonna turn things over to Christopher so he can say a few words.
Hello. I'm overwhelmed. I just wanted to first say thank you to everyone who chose me as the recipient for the award and really spent time looking through my application and allowing me to pursue my passions for storytelling. And then also say a quick congrats to all the seniors that are graduating. I love you all, and thank you for your support at, in the Penn Arts community. So this summer I'll be a creative development intern at Bound Entertainment. So that's a film and TV studio that co-produces content in both Korea and the US. And the studio is solely devoted to Asian representation in media. So from adapting stories written by Asian authors or focusing on stories that have an Asian lead or cast. So that's something that largely drew me to apply to this internship in the first place. Especially during this pandemic, there's been a lot of anti-Asian sentiment. And I think authentic representation and telling global stories and experiences of people that might not necessarily be depicted on screen is really crucial for beginning those conversations and normalizing people of color in media. So the summer, I'll just be reading and covering all the content that gets submitted to the studios. So that includes pitches, books, scripts, webtoons, etc., and see what gets made into like a show or a movie. And as an avid storyteller myself, I'm so grateful to the Platt Performing Arts House for supporting me and getting to work at the studio. I really hope that I can do my part in increasing visibility and getting Asian stories from script to screen. I think it's time that we all start listening to what people of color in media have to say and be a part of something that lets them be heard. So this is, the sentiment and commitment I hope to bring back to the Penn Performing Arts community after this internship. Thank you.
Christopher, thank you so much for sharing your words, teaching us more about Bound and the important work that you are doing. I just want to acknowledge that, this awards internship has been around for about 3 decades. So you're joining a really incredible legacy, and we can't wait to hear you report back on what the internship was like for you and how that can be applied to the community at large here. So thank you so much for taking on that important work and being willing to share that with our community as well. And now I'm going to introduce a second award, a newer one, that's called the Peter Whinnery Summer Arts Internship Award. We've already heard about Peter on this call, but this award was actually created 2 years ago in honor of Peter Whinnery, who is such a supportive force for students in the performing arts at Penn. And this is also a funding internship that supports a student who will be pursuing an arts internship either in the performing arts or entertainment industry over the summer. And this year's winner is Blake Velick, who's in the college class of 2023. Blake unfortunately was unable to join us for the session today, but I just wanted to share that he is very interested in becoming a theater producer. And one of the things he focused on in his application was the need for empathy in the arts. And that's just such an important thing. I think Christopher touched on it. I think we heard it with everything we've heard about Hannah. And that's something Blake's looking forward to doing when he applies this internship award as well. So if we want to take a moment to unmute ourselves once more and congratulate Christopher and Blake on winning these 2 awards and doing the hard work. Please feel free to beat yourselves. Congrats.
Hey. Great job.
Hey, Chris. Wonderful. Thanks, everyone. And now we're going to move on to the next portion of our program, something new. So I'm going to turn things over to Laurie.
Hi, everyone, again, and congratulations, everyone, so far. The next segment is about our Senior Spotlight Awards. This is new this year, and the reason that these are extra special is because it's not a committee of people from around the university or even just staff from Platt House picking who should get senior awards. These are all nominations coming from peers about how each one of these seniors has made an impact on them, their groups, and their community. And so I think this is one of the most valuable awards because of the origination of the nominations. I think that these are the most heartfelt awards. And we are going to, and we have over 40 recipients, and we are going to read a little bit about each one, but you can go to the website and see the full nomination. We're just going to take a piece of the nomination for each one to get through today. And we ask that you hold your applause till the end. We'll unmute and we'll celebrate them all at the same time. So with that, I'm going to give it back to Megan.
Thanks, Laurie. So here are the words of their peers and the winners of these awards. John Anderson, Wharton, 21. He's part of the African American Arts Alliance. From acting in our production of A Raisin in the Sun to eventually becoming 4A board treasurer, John has always been a comforting force within 4A with his great sense of humor and his powerful stage presence. We will miss John immensely.
Whitney Barrett, 21, Intuitons, Theater Arts. Whitney is the spectacular spring chair of Intuitons. We are so thankful for Whitney's leadership of our troupe this spring. Everyone loves Whitney. She always makes me laugh way too loud because of her endearing quips and gags. We will miss her so much.
Jaden Baum, class of 21, Bloomers and Penn Sirens. Someone wrote, Jaden is a fantastic person and a fantastic member of the performing arts community. She's always a voice of reason and kindness within Bloomers and absolutely kills it on stage.
Leah Baxter, college, class of 2021, part of Tacky and Penn Singers. Leah has created some of the most iconic auditory experiences in Annenberg. Hello, candied dying sheep noises. Groups seek out Leah Baxter, not only a wonderful sound designer, but a warm and lovely presence in any performing arts space. Leah is the glue that holds a company together.
Connor Beard. Across Connor's experience in ASAP, which stands for After School Arts at Penn, he brought forth numerous student showcases and handled the transition to online teaching with diligence and grace. He will consistently be the ray of sunshine that he is in all of his postgraduate pursuits.
Reagan Bracknell. Reagan is a natural born leader. While giving her all to many of these involvements, she's made the individuals around her feel welcome and a part of something. She brought so much life to Bloomers in a trying time and made us feel cohesive.
Siobhan Calhoun, college, class of 2021. She's in Counterparts. Siobhan goes above and beyond to make everyone feel at home when they are around her. Siobhan is always down to have a conversation with anybody, whether just to chat casually, help with a personal problem, talk about big societal issues, or anything else one might imagine.
Sabrina de Brito, without a net. Sabrina is incomparable in the energy, kindness, and drive she brings to the performing arts community. She brings her brilliant personality and can-do attitude to each and every practice, even when others aren't ready to muster the same resolve.
Tia Denby, Front Row Theater Company. There are two eras in every person's life, before they met Tia and after. She truly cares about how the arts affect people, both in the audience and in the creation process. She constantly has challenged Tacky and Front Row Theater Company to do and be better and more inclusive.
Jacob Dubner from the college, class of 2021. Amanda, this is all you.
Penn players. Jacob places an emphasis on the community aspect of theater, and he really cares about every single person involved in a production. It would be easy for someone as smart as him to decide on a plan of action and stick to it, but Jacob is always willing to hear other ideas, and he really knows how to bring out the best in people.
Alec Escobar. Alec has so much talent for arranging music. He cares for the well-being of other group members and is always willing to lend a helping hand. We all know Alec will go on to do great things.
Lucy Fang, Penatma. Lucy ensured that everyone learned their parts and had a keen ear to make sure the group blended well and sounded its best. Apart from her leadership duties, Lucy was a great friend, very approachable, and always willing to cooperate.
David Fernandez, college 21, Penn Band. As a recruitment and retention chair in 2019, David helped bring in one of the largest incoming Penn Band classes and further promoted the band's values of engagement and inclusivity. David helped lead the band through most of the pandemic with optimism and a never-ending enthusiasm.
Adam First, Tacky, Penn players. When you talk to Adam, it really feels like he values what you have to say and that he's really listening. With his impeccable theater knowledge and leadership skills, Adam has a bright future ahead of him, and I look forward to seeing what he will do next. No one loves our community more than Adam, and he could always be counted on to lend a helping hand, brainstorm ways to improve, and bring people together.
Kelly Flynn, college 21, Quaker Notes. Kelly always made sure to incorporate fun events and games into rehearsal to make sure that we still kept the amazing community aspects of Quaker Notes alive, despite being remote. Kelly constantly brought so much positive energy to rehearsal. She's so incredibly supportive of everyone in the group.
Joelle Gross, college 21, Bloomers Quadramics. Joelle is one of the most kind, thoughtful, and hardworking people I know. Joelle handles every challenge with grace and determination and can be counted on always to lend a helping hand.
Liam Hosey. During the pandemic, Liam was the glue that kept the pensions together. Liam has always been the mediator of the group, making sure the new members are always comfortable and welcomed, and that the group environment is a healthy one. He is a leader by example and by character.
Kassidy Houston, college 21, Penn Dance Company and Intuitons. Cass is in multiple performing arts groups, yet she somehow dedicate herself fully and completely to Penn Dance. All of us in Penn Dance love her infectious energy, beautiful choreography, and knowledge of TikToks. She is our sunshine. We are so thankful for Cass's dedication to Intuitons to hang out and have fun virtually.
Manya Johnston-Ramirez, college 21, Intuitons Penn Glee Club. Manya is the stellar TD of Intuitons. We are so thankful for Manya's sarcastic spirit and technical talent. We wish them good luck at NYU next year. We know they will slaughter. We will miss them so much.
Landry Krebs, 21, off the beat. Landry doesn't get enough credit for the excellency of the work she put in despite coming into the role of the music director as an underclassman, and the extraordinary dedication it requires to remain and thrive is a real accomplishment. She is such a talented singer, musician, and leader.
Dana Lane, College 21, Penny Loafers. Dana is an incredible leader who has worked so hard in the arts community. In Penny Loafers, she has been a caring, supportive group, and we love her so much. In virtual times, Dana has worked hard to foster community and keep the group spirit strong.
Hannah Lautenberg, College 21, Strictly Funk, STEM. Hannah Lautenberg is the human embodiment of sunshine. She makes everyone she is around feel special and puts a smile on everyone's face. I have witnessed Hannah's work ethic firsthand and have yet to meet anyone as dedicated to the arts as her. As a leader in the arts, her greatest joy is helping others do what they love in whatever way she can.
Evan McClellan, C21 and GR22, Penn Glee Club and the Pensions. Evan exemplifies the spirit of Penn Performing Arts through his dedicated involvement in the Glee Club, Pipers, and Pensions, as well as his kindness and consistency in always lending a hand on and off stage, in leading roles, driving U-Hauls, helping anyone with any musical arrangement, and making performing arts a positive and kinder place.
Madeline McGrath, College 21, Graduate 23, West Philly Swingers. Maddie revolves as the heart and soul of West Philly Swingers and single-handedly embodies the best traits of our community through her commitment to dancing and creating a supportive atmosphere for novel dancers. Her mentorship remains invaluable to tech members in West Philly Swingers.
Nina McManus, Wharton, Class of 21, Penn Players. As business manager on Players Board, Nina was somebody who never would say no to an idea. She would be the person to help you figure out how to make it work. She is always so willing to pitch in and help in any situation and is always taking on new roles and trying new things.
Jake Milner, Wharton 21, Penn Glee Club. Jake had a huge hand in one of the biggest changes in the Glee Club history, this initiative for gender-inclusive choir. He's a true leader, a prominent voice of reason, and a pretty good friend too. Jake's compassion for others and dedication to the club is really inspiring, especially for someone who has just joined.
James Noonan, Class 21, Front Row Theater Company and Theater Arts. A staple of the theater community, James has always been there to lend a helping hand when he can. He's always been a great voice and presence within the Front Row community and TACI as a whole, since he always speaks up for what is right and contributes great ideas on how to better represent others through theater.
Shalom C. Obiago, College 21, African American Arts Alliance, Front Row Theater Company. Shalom treats acting like the craft it is, and every time he is on stage, you know you will leave the show in awe of what he just accomplished. Besides his unfathomable amount of talent, Shalom stands above the rest for how humble he is and how much he cares for every single person he befriends along his artistic journey.
Zoe Osborne, Penn Dance Company. Zoe is always willing to step up for Penn Dance. She will always show up to technique class. She stays longer at photo shoots to help out, and she puts in extra rehearsal time to help out her choreographers. She's there for current board members for moral support and any questions or concerns that we have.
Kelsey Padilla, College 21, Intuitons. Kelsey is the fantastic fall chair of Intuitons. We are so thankful for Kelsey's leadership of our troop last fall. Kelsey is a beautiful superstar who always looks beyond elegant, even for board meetings on Saturday mornings. We will all miss her so much.
Hannah Paquet, College 21, Row Theater Company, Penn Singers, PAC Exec. Hannah is one of the most hardworking and dedicated people I've had the pleasure of interacting with. Not only is she a phenomenal friend, but she can always be counted on to lend a helping hand. Hannah's so welcoming and always tries to make everyone feel included and appreciated.
Lauren Payton, College 21, Front Row Theater Company and Without a Net. Lauren Payton, the makeup queen. She's the perfect mix of humility, humor, and kindness that you can't help but gravitate towards. As vice chair of FTC, she makes sure that every voice gets a chance to be heard both in the room and on the stage.
Rachel Pearlstein, class of 21, Penn Shabatone. So much to the Shabatones through both her leadership and her musical talent. The amount of time and energy that Rachel has dedicated to the Shabatones, from serving as VP to killing it as MD, is nothing short of extraordinary.
Henry Platt, College 21, Counterparts. During the pandemic, somehow, Henry managed to put everyone else first before himself. He knows just what to say at every moment and will drop what he is doing to be with other people. Henry just has the gift of empathy and uses that to spread a lot of love. He is an absolute star.
Sarah Schwartz, College 21, Penn Singers. Sarah is one of those rare people that lights up every room she walks in. I could talk for hours about how talented this girl is, a nurturer by nature. Sarah leads with her heart and always makes sure she's the best she can be, both on and off stage, to help better the people around her.
Carrie Shade, College 21, Penn Players. Carrie is one of the very few people who come to college as pure techies who decided to try out acting and make the switch. Carrie excels at every new thing she tries, and I've loved watching her shine on stage, as well as learn from her as one of Tacky's premier prop designers. She is one of the kindest people I've ever met.
Ayaka Shimada, College, Class of 21, Penn Singers. Ayaka is not only beyond talented, but maybe the sweetest person you'll ever meet. She sings like an angel and acts like one too. She has done an amazing job as Smack Chair, and she will continue to do amazing things in the future.
Janvi Shukla, College 21, Penn Atma. Janvi is an incredible supportive friend and was a great president for Atma. She also managed to keep tabs on attendance and people's individual responsibilities, balancing her roles of friend and leader perfectly. She is fiercely loyal and won't pause anything she is doing to listen and to lend a shoulder to lean on.
Aditya Singh, Wharton 21, Penn Dhamaka. Aditya was able to inspire Penn Dhamaka to take dance more seriously as a passion and as a skill that required dedication, hard work, and a desire for constant improvement, and created a culture on our team as a group that really valued showcasing the highest quality of dance each dancer was capable of.
Declan Stetcher, College 21, Front Row Theater Company, Penn Players. Declan has been a savior of the theater scene too many times to count. They constantly are giving up their time to help a group in need of a lights designer, an actor, or just a calming presence. Declan is one of the most creative people within PAC, and it has been amazing to see them grow into the person they are today.
Olvin Villatoro, Wharton 21, Onda Latina. Olvin shows up when we need him. He became an insane dancer, choreographer, and friend. Olvin has been an incredible leader and mentor to the Latinx performing arts community through his incredible dedication to teaching and his commitment to equity both in the troupe and outside in the Philly community.
T.S. Volker, College 21, Penn Players, Penn Singers, and all of Tacky. Every time I stepped into a vocal rehearsal room, I learned something new. From directing and devising socially conscious theater, to leading groups towards accessibility and inclusivity in the arts, to simply bringing openness and positivity to any room he's in, Penn Theater is all the better and all the more ready to continue growing for TS's contributions.
Bernie Wong, College 21, Engineering 21, Penn Band. Bernie truly exemplifies the spirit of the Penn Band, and through it, the spirit of the Penn performing arts community. From the first day I was in the band, I noticed his enthusiasm and spiritedness. His presence had made the band a home for me. His absence will surely be felt next year.
Lizzie Yishai, Wharton 21, Penn Shabbatones. During the pandemic, Lizzie was responsible for the success and continuity of our group, consistently pushing upperclassmen to engage new members of the group, working tirelessly to creatively run Zoom rehearsals. She couldn't have possibly known at the time how much her hard work would pay off.
Mixamudo, College 21, Bloomers and Off the Beat. Mixamudo is a leader and in and out of the rehearsal room. She goes the extra miles to ensure people feel welcomed, comfortable, and respected. Mick is a role model for everyone in Bloomers. I'm honored to have someone so poised and creative as our leader.
Michelle Joe, College 21, Keynotes a cappella. Michelle is the undisputed and universally respected leader of our graduating class. She simultaneously elevated our quality of performance, our group's stature on campus, and our sense of community and family. Her positive attitude made every rehearsal and performance more fun and more fulfilling.
And that is the end of our senior spotlight winners. Please feel free to unmute yourself and we'll give them a big round of applause. Woo!
Yay! Go everyone!
Yay! Thank you so much. Your peers wrote such beautiful words about you, and we're so proud to see you off into the big wide world. For all of our spotlight winners, you will be getting special recognition in the mail in the form of our very special lapel pin. Here's a little preview of it here. And if you haven't heard from us asking about your mailing, just check your email, because we definitely want to get these to you to remember experience by and as a thank you.
That pin was designed by Sarah Outing, also, I just want to mention. So we will drop in the chat the link, or you can read the full Spotlight Awards to read everything your peers said about you or said about your loved ones who have won these awards. So we just want to offer a giant thank you to all of you for everything you've done, the impacts you've made, and a big congratulations as you head on to that big day tomorrow and so many more big days to come. So congrats to you all.
I just want to congratulate everyone again. I want to remind all of you that everything that you did on stage or on Zoom, wherever you did it, all those skills, all the things you learned or you originated, all your initiatives, even you just getting along with other people in your group, all those are transferable skills. And whether you're in a classroom, whether you're in the boardroom, an office, a studio, a stage, everything that you did in performing arts will have as much of an effect on you, if not more, than what you have learned in the classroom. And you should remember that if you can put up a show virtually or in person, you can do anything. And I want to leave you with a quote by Neil Gaiman, who is the author of Coraline. The one thing that you have that nobody else has is you, your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play, dance and sing and live only as you can. Congratulations, everyone. We love you.
Congrats!